It's funny to me how we always end up coming back to the same things in technology. One of the things I would say is, you've been around long enough. If you see a pattern come into focus, then go out of focus, and then come back into focus. And we're back in that time again. Obviously, Claude Code has taken over the world in Storm. I mean, like, are you guys really writing any code by hand anymore? One of the things that I found, I honestly just kind of forgot about, is TDD and BDD, which sound like some pretty crazy terms, are actually just really, really cool constructs for how you structure your code. Basically, you just write the test first and then write your code for the underlying thing that you're actually trying to assert. You're just working backwards to the goal. Ultimately, the goal is to pass the tests, but you write the tests first and then build the logic to reverse engineer your way back into a passing test suite. One of the things that really has hit me recently while I've been building a product has been the use of Claude Code in sort of feedback loops and end-to-end test feedback loops. So basically the idea here is that you're able to use Playwright to build some tests and then have actually Claude go out and figure out how to get the underlying functionality in place such that you're able to pass those tests. Pretty wild. So what this looks like is essentially it's an AI engineer. The AI, you start with the test and then you work backwards to getting it to a place where those tests are passing with like legitimate data and the backend and API and things like that are all structured correctly. You're making decisions along the way. You maybe want to approve like planning documents and stuff like that so it doesn't just go crazy on your code base. But one of the really exciting things about this is that you can essentially watch an AI engineer build your application in real time, starting from the tests and then working backwards to full functionality. And if you really think about like sort of this philosophy in general, I mean, it is like sort of the test-driven development world of things, but we're seeing this become very, very useful and very practical very quickly in our stack. Launched basically 3 new features this last weekend on limited resources, and it's pretty wild to watch it actually go and build the entire application for you. Also, another really interesting thing is that you're able to, after you've sort of built a feature, you can set this system up so that it's able to go and like nitpick. So for example, a lot of type A females that are event organizers use our product. So what we have our loop doing is basically say like, pretend you are a type A female that's an event organizer. Nitpick the product. Do you see process improvements? Do you see feature improvements? Do you see bugs that you need to fix? Is there any tech debt that you want to address? You really start to kind of think about this entire process through the tests that drive the underlying feature. So isn't it funny that we've kind of come full circle and we're back to test-driven development, but in a whole new way? The test is the driver. It is the harness to asserting that the feature was built correctly. All the details in the middle, they disappear a little bit. Obviously, for the craftsmanship, you want to make sure that it's making the right decisions and you're not just blindly merging things. But this is a whole new way to develop code. Pretty wild.